Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail heroic. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember the 50 waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False good, important news are giving you peace.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a seaport planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Enterprise Wednesdays for November 23rd, 2022. Key point to say 2023, we're not there yet. Today we're watching Season 1, Episode 8, Breaking the Ice. Originally aired November 7th, 2001. November 7th, 2001. Welcome to the chat, Richie Poole. He was first, says Qapla. Qapla, Richie. Captain Fandom Nerd says hello. Hello, Captain. And Chrono says, I'm not staring at the Pal's breasts. I swear. Well, which breast? You said you didn't use S, you used the singular. Both are visible in the picture. Well, I suppose one is half off camera. Kronos is Bird going to be late? Never late, Kronos, never late. Mike Richards is greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Captain Fandom Nerd says Kronos Bird is always late, no matter what time he starts. Hashtag fake news. Mike Richards says depends on what kind of pretzel the physical therapist twists him into. I suppose that's fair enough. Kronos says it's been a long road. Indeed. It says peeps that do yoga can twist very well. John DeMarco says greetings, all greetings, John. And Kronos' Bird also ignores. John is a place of pooping. That's technically also true. Kronos says, yay, men in tights. I don't know what. There's no. This isn't Robin Hood, men in tights. And Kronos says Picard had that honor. I don't think those qualify as tights. Mike Richards says greetings to John DeMarco. Richie Poole says Kronos. Kronos' Phlox was one of the bestest doctors. Change my mind. Well, only that I would rather see Dr. McCoy and Dr. Bashir and the doctor from Voyager before I'd see Dr. Phlox. But I would take Phlox over Dr. Crusher. Not because she's a woman. I just don't think she was a very good doctor. And Dr. Pulowski, oh my God. Chrono says Poole. John DeMarco says, hey, Mike. Richie Poole says, Pulowski, consider your mind changed. Jesus Christ, Richie. Would you really, if your life was on the line, you would rather go to Dr. Pulowski than good old Dr. McCoy, who could give you a pill to regrow a kidney, Dr. Bashir, who has been genetically manipulated to be smarter than virtually any other human in the galaxy, the doctor from Voyager, who's programmed with the combined medical knowledge of the entire Alpha Quadrant. You would rather go to Dr. Pulowski than any of those other doctors. At least Dr. Crusher looks good when you wake up. Despite what Lurser and Bator might think. Kronos says, wow, she was just annoying, mind not change. And Kronos says she was an androidist. That too. Captain Phantom Nerd says, Richie Poole, Phlox beats Pulowski any day. I have to agree. Kronos' Crusher was weak as well. Captain Phantom Nerd says, Kronos Crusher, the whole Crusher family was weak. Kronos says, the doctor was awesome. And shut up, Wesley. Mr. Lundell's groovy movie says, Qapla, Mr. Lundell. And Kronos says, oh, Bird is awake and alive. Thank you, Kronos. Resolute Germ says, hello, all. Oh, and Resolute Germ is in the backstage. Hello, Resolute. Welcome to the panel.
How you doing, Bird?
Not too bad. Qapla. 47 York Times says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Kronos says, nerds. And I put the link to join the panel. It's pinned. I was not late as usual, Kronos, and I'm not cheating. And Kronos waves to Mamo Pray. Is Mom making some turkeyness? No, not this year, Kronos. It's just me and Mamo Pray, and neither of us particularly love turkey. Richie Poole says McCoy and Bashir are 1 and 2. Yes. I would say McCoy, Bashir, and the doctor from Voyager are 1, 2, and 3 for me. Kronos says Nicole looks better with long hair. She absolutely does. Bones is first. Bashir is last, says Kronos. And really, last. I don't know about that. Yvette says, good evening, Bird, and everyone. Good evening, Yvette. Robert Rose Jr. says, hello today, Bird will pray, Mom will pray, and the sassy. Thank you, Robert. Resolute says, that's sexist, Bird. It's not sexist, just being honest. Bashir was the worst, says Yvette. Really, Yvette? I would think, he's clearly an extremely smart person. He's a passionate doctor. Granted, most of the time, if you were a woman, he was certainly more willing to look for the cure. But I have a feeling he would have cured a guy too, given the opportunity. It was just the way the scripts were. The Random Menace says Pulowski was a sex symbol. Not in the Next Generation, she wasn't. Everybody's saying hello. We gotta get started here. Yeah, not in TNG for sure. Maybe in TOS. No turkey, Kronos. McCoy was
TOS is a bit of a stretch.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Even in TOS, that's a bit of a stretch calling her a sex symbol.
No, she was. I think she played some pretty cute character in TOS. I recall. She definitely looked better in TOS. That's
Well,
that much.
compared
I
to the
can
two,
say.
yeah.
Richie Poole says McCoy can cure a rainy day. That's good enough for him. Chicken greater than turkey, says Mike Richards. John DeMarco says being able to tranquilize an active volcano is an important skill for a doctor. Kronos says Bashir was too smirked for his own good. And Yvette said he may have been smart. He was also an arse. Kronos says, I like Yvette more. Move over LDG. It's not even. I don't think anybody would consider it fair to choose between Yvette and LDG. Mr. Lundell says all doctors are asses to some degree. Kronos says, and then any good Klingon doctor. Not that the only Klingon doctor I ever saw was an Enterprise, and I don't think he was very good. Robert Rose Jr. says, what about Dr. Mbenga, the doctor from the cage, where no man has gone before? Yeah, he's not on my list, Robert. He doesn't rank. Kronos says chicken is good, but turkey is good once a year. Yeah, that's fair enough, Kronos. Especially if the turkey is well cooked. Nobody's got time for that here. No, you don't have to choose between Yvette and LDG. It would not be fair. And Mbenga was not in the cage, says Mr. Lundell. That's right. There was somebody else in the cage. He was the original. A man will tell his bartender things he'd never tell his doctor, which is true enough, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and get ready. Head to the Bird O Prey 5 screening room at birdopray5.com/SR to watch the episode live as we watch it. Otherwise, if you're watching this later, you can stream the episode on Paramount Plus or watch it on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever you've got. So heading to the screening room, I will count down and we will hit play and we'll start the episode. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Enterprise flying through space. And a children's drawing. Pictures made by his nephew's 4th grade class. Which
high praise from a Vulcan.
Later in the series, when we find out his sister dies, I assume so does his nephew. In fact, the entire class is probably wiped out. 4th grade class drawing of a Vulcan. Captain comes on and says, go to a window. There's something amazing off starboard. Really? Is a comet that important? Kronos says, it's been a long road. Right, that's at the end of season 2. You're right, Kronos. What did I say? Did I say 4? I meant 2. Here it is, Kronos. Too bad Deeja's in here. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my Time is finally here. I've seen my dreams come alive at last. I will touch the sky. And they're not gonna hold me back no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind. 'Cause I've got faith of the heart. Going where my heart will take me. I've got something to believe, faith to believe. I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul. No one's going to bend or break me. I can reach any star. Aroo! I've got faith. I've got faith. Faith of the heart. Da, da, da. I hate this song. Not a hint of sci-fi anywhere, says Miss Lundell. 20 years and he still doesn't know the lyrics, says Random Menace. It is one big snowball. 54.5 Axis Radio. Hashtag roast spam for Thanksgiving. This is bigger than any comet humans have ever seen. You can roast anything, Kronos. Stithilis, yes, you made it on time. Just finished singing the I've Got Faith of the Heart song. In fact, arguably you made it better since I just got finished singing it. Better than on time. I wonder if you could get warm milk. Robert Rose Jr. says, I think I just remembered one of the doctor's names was Boyce. Yes. He was either the one from the cage or where no man has gone before. John DeMarco says Boyce was in the cage and Piper was the other one. Vulcans are boring, says Kronos. I've never had pecan pie, but
You're not missing much.
could go for some apple pie. Seems illogical to send people to go walk on a comet. Just get this mineral. Why not blow up the comet and then collect the mineral floating in space
No, that'd make Reed too happy.
with your grappler hook. See? A joke. I don't understand. The Vulcans saw the comet but didn't use the sensor, so have no idea that there's a rare element in it that would be of interest even to Vulcans. Corona says, I wouldn't like to be in a plane that bird pilots. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be in one either that I pilot. Turkey with all the trimmings. It's a Thanksgiving episode. It's the Charlie X Thanksgiving episode all over again. Ooh la la. Qapla pop culture curator.
They also get turned into turkeys with all the trimming.
That's true. Chrono says, can Berto Prey cook himself? Inquiring minds want to know. Not that I'm aware of. Unless Mama Prey brings the stove to the bed. .5 Access Radio reminds us that poop gets turned into apples. He stole my line. Bird out. Chrono says if Bird was a doctor, what doctor would he be?
You would be Dr. Nick Riviera, Bird.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. You're telling me Hoshi doesn't know Vulcan? Of all the languages she knows offhand, Vulcan is not one she ever learned. The first aliens to make contact with Earth, and she never learned their language. Qapla Alexander.
He's really bad at that.
I don't know how I'd have gone about it either, except I probably wouldn't have said anything.
That'd be the smart move.
I was ordered to read your letter. How about that? Kronos asks, who is the best engineer from Star Trek? Me. If you meant who would I have on my ship, it would be a real hard one between Scotty and O'Brien. Yeah, John
Anyone but Trip
DeMarco.
is a good. Anyone but Trip is a good answer.
Trip's not terrible.
Sort of lazy though.
Well, our
Takes
other
him 5 years to
options,
fix a scratch in the paint.
our other options are Geordi, and Balana. Infernos asks, how did LaForge go from helmsman to chief engineer in a season? That's a serious question there. I have my theories, but they're not the best to share.
I don't know. YouTube is very high on affirmative action.
No, I thought that perhaps he had performed some sort of favor for Captain Picard.
You have a dirty mind, Bird. Robert Rose, those warp core breaches were not Geordi's fault. It's not his fault that Galaxy class ran as well as a 1990s BMW. They should have replaced that warp core after every mission. Every time they come across a space dock, get a new warp core.
And Hoshi wasn't going to tell them that until the captain walked by. Seemed like something she probably should have contacted him about the moment it happened.
Well, probably thought dinner with a Vulcan was more important. Reading,
Fair enough.
they're replaceable.
Yeah. She didn't realize that there was nothing going on in the dinner. Kronos says Bird is the perfect Vulcan. Well, to be fair, Kronos, I'm the perfect everything, so it's not really fair. While this isn't proof, it's more circumstantial evidence that Spock and T'Pring only met as children. Robert, I saw that video. I think a lot of people here did.
If he spent the last year on Vulcan, he'd have been dead for 10 months. It would take, at best, 6 to 8 weeks for him to annoy the Vulcans to the point of beating them to death.
Or they just beam him back to the ship. Since he's not 30 meters underground, shouldn't be a problem. Cinnabon says to beam Hoshi into space. I don't know what trouble that would fix. Oh, to make sure it's safe to beam the guys on board. So first you beam Hoshi to the comet. If she gets through okay, then it's safe to beam them back from the comet. Now, that makes sense. John DeMarco says the Vulcan captain is a jerk, but he was right about the arrogance. And LDG says, I actually felt he was quite polite being the circumstance. And earlier than that, he said, way too much gravity for an asteroid. Yeah, that much. That's true too. So this was the first episode that was in no way written by Rick Berman or Brandon Braga. And not that it really seemed to make any bit of difference, best I could tell, but as an FYI, good to know. Cronus says, how do physics work? Cronus says, trip into balls sitting in a tree, and good to see Garfield. Oh, pray, liking Enterprise. Yeah, Garfield is still there. No. Resolute, what do you think of the episode overall?
Pretty good. Definitely not the worst Enterprise had.
Yeah, I mean, as season 1 episodes go, I think it was pretty decent. I didn't remember it, honestly. I didn't remember it being a good episode, but rewatching it, I'd say it was probably in the top 50% for a season 1 episode. Certainly better than most, besides Broken Bow and the Mandorian incident. Might be my third favorite of the season.
Yeah, as far as Enterprise episodes go, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with that Temple Cold War BS, it's probably on the top half of the list.
Cinnabon says there was too much Hoshi. In all honesty, there's more Hoshi in other episodes. It wasn't all that much Hoshi here. Mike Richards says the Vulcan captain gets more polite after Archer shows him the Klingon nut punch. John DeMarco says, all right. Robert Rose Jr. says, is John DeMarco coming up with some Jep nerdy questions from this episode? I wonder, and John DeMarco says, a distinct possibility. And see, Cinnabon is here now, seeing how the game is rigged. Kronos likes the temporal war. Cinnabon says, any Hoshi is too much Hoshi. Hashtag no Hoshi. And Kronos says, wow, the bunny apparently doesn't like Hoshi. Apparently not. Apparently not. Well, guys, thanks you all for coming and watching.
Wait.
Oh, Mamo Prey is yelling, wait.
Yes.
Yes, Mamo Prey.
I would like to wish everyone here a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all enjoy your day tomorrow, whatever you're doing. That's all. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mamo Prey.
Yeah.
So Mamo Prey.
And happy Thanksgiving to Mamo Prey.
Everybody happy Thanksgiving, and Resolute tells you, Mamo Prey, a happy Thanksgiving to you. So happy Thanksgiving, even you non-Americans. are ordered to have a happy Thanksgiving by Mama Pray. With that, guys, gonna get going because it's later than it normally is, and I got to eat and get ready and whatnot. Kronos says no, Mama Pray Tale. No, Kronos, not today. Not today. John DeMar says, everyone have a good evening. Thank you, John. Everyone, yes, have a great evening. Sometime tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be on a stream somewhere. I don't know that I'll be streaming, but I'll be around somewhere. So, Qapla All. Resolute, anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, it's good to see an episode of Star Trek again. It's besides your streams, I don't think I've watched an episode of Star Trek in probably 2 or 3 years.
Oh, you should be. You don't have to wait for my streams to watch Star Trek.
Every time I try, I just keep thinking of Strange New Worlds and Discovery, and my stomach turns.
Captain Fandom Nerd with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Captain. Says happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Captain. Robert Rose Jr. says happy Thanksgiving also to Berto Pray 5 family. Thank you, Robert. 47 Yorktown says happy American Thanksgiving from this Canadian. Thank you, 47. And yes, Canadians had their Thanksgiving last month, but happy American Thanksgiving to everyone. Anyway, Qapla All, Bird and Panel out.